It began in Ahmedabad and it ended in Ahmedabad. India's 17-game winning streak in ICC tournaments ever since that loss on November 19th, it's now come to a full circle on February 22, 2026. Suryakumar Yadav will now be realizing the magnitude of this loss because he was part of a 2024 T20 World Cup where he didn't lose a single game. In the Champions Trophy, he was not part of it, but India went there unbeaten. Now, Suryakumar Yadav will have to drag his team into the final having had that one loss against South Africa. Now, in the post-match presentation, Suryakumar Yadav said that we were totally outplayed. But it was their tactic in the power play that drew a lot of criticism. Why were you going for gung-ho shots when you had to know the target was right in front of you? You could have just bided your time. Ahmedabad today, the power play made the difference. Teams struggled, but South Africa revived themselves in the middle overs. India didn't revive themselves in the middle overs because they had lost far too many wickets. Now, what did Suryakumar Yadav say about the power play? Because he mentioned, if you are chasing 180, 185, you can't win the game in the power play. You might lose the game in the power play. You did lose it in the power play. Even if you had batted conservatively, you still had a chance. Here, when you lost 4-5 wickets, the game was done. And at the halfway stage, when you needed over 120 runs, the game was done. You couldn't have done it. 4 overs nearly. You didn't score a single boundary. This, when you look at the gung-ho approach and when you failed, when 2 batters failed, that itself was an amber caution that, look, you have to rebuild and then you have to accelerate. Try. India didn't even try. Now, as far as what went wrong for India, Suryakumar Yadav mentioned we couldn't have small partnerships which we wanted for chasing 180, 185. But that's part of the game. No one hung in. If they hung in, the asking rate was too high. This was the double-edged sword that the Indian cricket team were working upon. And this was a huge concern, which is why small partnerships, they didn't even try because they wanted to get out of jail and they tried to play shots, which didn't work on this Ahmedabad wicket. Now, will India become Panikistan? Change the approach, junk the template, make wholesale changes in the batting lineup? Suryakumar Yadav said, we'll try and keep it simple, play the same brand of cricket which we want to play and nothing changes. I think we'll come back strong. Nothing changes. So, if you have backed them this long, back them for a couple of games more. That is what Suryakumar Yadav mentions. But now the path to the T20 World Cup final isn't so secure anymore. The path to the semifinal even isn't secure anymore. Remember, Group X is now going to become the group of death because there will be a situation where potentially India-West Indies could very well be a shootout. If not that, if South Africa managed to lose to West Indies, then if South Africa beats Zimbabwe, you're in for a 3-way race for 2 spots. Whoever has the better net run rate, they will do better. But at this point in time, the journey is not so rosy anymore for the Indian cricket team. Whatever you had achieved bilateral success, 18 consecutive wins, 9 consecutive wins, it's all come crashing down now. So that is why India now have to really watch what is ahead of them and what is behind them. Because one slip up, game over. Their dreams will turn to dust. And that is why it's one loss. Agreed. They have lost even in their best of times. But the manner and the moment of the loss, you have to introspect on that. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.